Hello, I'm Mel Bright. I'm delighted to be included in the Robin Boyd Foundation's virtual open house day this year. I'm presenting our Ruckers Hill house that was in the alterations and additions category for the Victorian Architecture Awards this year. I'll just share my screen. So Ruckers Hill, located in Northcote, you can see just up here, a couple of suburbs outside of the CBD. It's on a corner site with north up the page. We love these tricky sites and see them as an opportunity to think about the role of the private house in the broader site context, and love that balance of the public and private and how to negotiate it. This is the existing Edwardian holding its place on the corner of the site. But down the side street, the existing condition, you can see this 80s addition that was added sort of in an attempt to emulate the existing house, but we feel like it just diluted it. With no connection to the backyard and the garage, the only thing receiving any sunlight. This is the existing condition, the existing kitchen, and that was that connection out to the backyard from the hallway. But on the side street, there were these corrugated fences and sheds that have inspired some of the materiality of the project. So this is that existing condition, the Edwardian here, and in light grey you can see the lean-to and the garage out the back. Those were removed with a new volume placed at the rear of the site to try and catch that north sunlight to the new living spaces and garden, with a new link and a pool courtyard squeezed in on the side. We imagine the link more like a garden veranda or a colonnade, with the pool courtyard a little bit like a Roman bath. Arches, however, are much more fun to play in when they're upside down. The new volume at the rear of the site is 2-storey, adjusted to be sympathetic to the neighbours, and with 2 new rooftop gardens that connect to the street and provide views beyond. The upper form gently connecting to make that vertical street wall. The project really becomes 2-part in nature. On one hand, a personal retreat, and on the other, more civically engaged with an eye on the street and the far horizon. Here you can see the ground floor plan, so the sort of bedrooms are placed in the existing Edwardian, and then the new living spaces at the rear, catching that north sunlight and connecting with the garden, with the dining room here, hard on the street. And upstairs, where that form kisses the street, the sort of street edge, the 2 new rooftop gardens with a little bar serving both of them, and then these flexible living spaces, the sort of guest that can become a guest room, and this is the sort of the study and library as well that can convert to a guest room. So here you can see that brick form hard on the street with the off-form concrete base made using old corrugated sheets for formwork, complete with the sort of peeling paintwork markings. We love, and you can sort of see it here, how that concrete base mediating the different street levels. We really look forward to seeing plants spilling down over this, over to the street in a sort of in an act of urban generosity in the future. We love the proximity of street life to the internal workings of the household. The bronze screen at the dining space provides a protective veil with only small glimpses of activity within. Whereas at night, things are reversed. There's a blind though to close it down if needed. And from inside, you can see all of the street activity, and you can also see here the corrugated fences just across the road. We love these veiled glimpses of life happening within, and that transparency back to the street. Up on the roof, the newly planted garden with city views beyond. And this is that street courtyard, the inner courtyard on the ground floor. You can see that despite its proximity to the street, the bronze planter and the level change ensures that it feels private and protected. And the kitchen, internally spaces are small and modest. And the dining space again with that view back to the street. The timber panelling rucks around to extended living spaces with spots for homework to be done outside of bedrooms. And you see the space further wraps around to form a more protected inner lounge that doubles as a stage set for family performances, with this stair acting as the perfect backstage entrance, which you can see there. With that heavy green curtain to be able to be wrapped around for a place to sort of hide away and listen to a record with the sounds of music spilling out to the rest of the family. These are a series of connected yet separate spaces that respond to different family needs. You can see here, looking back to the old Edwardian, the pool courtyard here as well. The pool. And looking back to the living space across the pool as well here. We love this video that has captured the pool as a calming, light reflective water body at the heart of the house, framing the stage set beyond. But we imagine it more like this, full of life and activity, robust and durable, with those arches forming the perfect spot for a bommy and being just that little bit too tricky to climb up sometimes. You can see here the link as well. It works really as part of that garden space with layered views to the pool beyond. The glass line's been pulled away from the arches to make space for planting, further diminishing that boundary between inside and out. Light-filled, swaying greenery. And of course, this is the best place for an indoor cricket pitch. And a spot to sit in those upside down arches for the kids. It's important to also talk about the extensive reworking of the existing Edwardian. It really was in need of significant restoration work. This is the existing condition. All of the windows have been replaced with aluminium windows. The bluestone window sills had been pebble-creted over. And a lot of the, internally, all the period detail had been, or much of it had been removed. The hallway had been tiled, complete with tiled skirts. And whilst it was in need of a significant amount of restoration, it wasn't without its inspiration, these peachy pink walls becoming reimagined in the main bedroom. And here this fireplace existing was retained with a new connection to an ensuite bathroom, where each bathroom was carefully restored with new architraves and cornices. And we imagined all of the vanities more like pieces of furniture that sit gently in there. That was the existing lounge with its heavy curtains and plum carpet that's inspired the plum carpet used in the main bedroom. The wardrobe joinery, much like those bathroom vanities, has been thought of like furniture, with every little bit being carefully considered. That was the existing bathroom that gets reimagined as the bathroom as a communal space with another custom trough, a little bit like the schoolyard drinking trough. And each kid's bedroom gets its own identity with colour and fittings selected with the kids. Even Richmond Tiger's yellow. Well, okay, it's probably mustard. And lastly, at the threshold of old and new is a commissioned stained glass artwork by Nadine Keegan that depicts the many histories of the site. The current city view up the top, the fruit trees in the middle, remembering the Italian and Greek migrants that once settled here, and most importantly, yam daisies that acknowledge the traditional owners of this land. And just finishing up on this video of that street condition, you can see that bronze planter and that concrete base sitting there. And it's nice to end on a cute little dog.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh, that's my Siri talking to me. Terrible. Lastly, We were asked to select another project that we liked from this year's awards from a residential project. So I've picked Polly Harbison's. I think Polly has been doing amazing work over the years. She's a small practice in New South Wales, and this is her Linfield house. She impresses me with just sort of such restraint and carefully considered detailing of this project. So thank you very much.